YouTube, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. As always, a quick thank you for checking out the new video and for all the amazing support. You guys already know you're part of the best damn community here on YouTube, without a doubt. So if you're familiar with this channel, you guys know I generally don't touch precious metal price predictions for a couple of reasons. Number one, metals are just too volatile and unpredictable. And number two, hey, I'm no better than the next guy to make any kind of predictions. We all have our opinions, and there is no shortage of folks pumping metals out there. Yeah, those guys. That can make things really confusing for newer stackers. So the best we can do is just, kind of take all the price predictions with a grain of salt, no matter the source. But with all that said, sometimes it's kind of cool to speculate just a little bit, and it makes for good dialogue. 2025 is right around the corner, so we're going to take a look. Today, we're going to reference Heraeus Worldwide. And we're going to check out what their thoughts are on where metals could potentially, keyword potentially, go in 2025. And if you're not familiar with Heraeus, they're a company that started out as believe it or not, a pharmacy way back in 1660. Now, obviously, one of their platforms is metals and recycling, and they've been doing it for a long time. So we'll see where they think prices will pan out for 2025 for silver, gold, platinum, palladium, and a couple of others. For what it's worth. Be sure to leave your comments and opinions down below, and you guys let me know if you agree or disagree with what they have to say. And all that said, you already know it.
Let's freaking roll it!
So let's get the big one out of the way first, and of course that's gold. And if you've been tracking it here in 2024, well, you already know that it hit record highs on multiple occasions, opening up 2024 at $2,064 an ounce, hitting a high of $2,785, a low of $1,992, and a current price of $2,647 an ounce as of the date of this video. Now, according to Heraeus, gold price should continue its recent streak into 2025, and they're basing that opinion on further interest rate cuts, the prospect of a weaker dollar, ongoing geopolitical events, and the potential for Donald Trump's proposed policies to potentially reignite inflation. And as you probably already know, a lower U.S. dollar usually supports the price of gold. And since gold is predominantly traded in dollars, well, a weak greenback makes gold cheaper on the world market, which can lead to stronger demand and potentially higher prices. Now, their line of thinking also includes trends that helped gold reach record highs in 2024 and continuing into 2025. Now, major central banks are expected to continue buying up gold, although the quantities probably won't be as high as last year. ETF investors returned to gold in the second half of 2024 after an extended sell-off as well. Now, if the Chinese government's economic stimulus measures boost the economy, well, China and India could provide a solid basis for gold demand in 2025. Heraeus is predicting gold to trade in a range between $2,450 to $2,950 an ounce in 2025. Next up, silver. Now, Heraeus believes that silver is going to outperform gold in 2025. And of course, you guys know that's by percentage of price increase and not the overall price. Obviously, silver isn't in gold's stratosphere when it comes to the price per ounce. But it's expected that industrial demand is going to continue growing in 2025, driven by continued expansion in solar product demand. It's going to be the biggest aspect. And again, despite the risk of a U.S. recession, now, the Federal Reserve is likely to continue, very likely, not for sure, they're likely to continue lowering interest rates, which will weaken the dollar and support the price of silver and gold. Now, also, one thing to keep in mind, the gold to silver ratio is currently still out of whack, which indicates that silver is undervalued relative to gold in spite of this rally in 2024. But remember, silver does tend to outperform gold in the later stages of bull markets. And Heraeus expects silver to trade in a range between $28 and $40 an ounce in 2025. Now we're up to platinum, and here's what we know, folks. The platinum market is expected to remain in deficit in 2025, and rising demand from the automotive and industrial sectors might not be enough to lift the price out of its trading range. A renewed strength of the dollar, as we just talked about, has kind of weighed in on the price recently, and here's a big one. If the South African rand depreciates further, well, one of the previous supports for platinum price would be gone. See ya. Out. Now, in addition, demand for platinum jewelry is expected to decline slightly. Now, Heraeus believes the range for platinum in 2025 will be between $850 and $1,220 per troy ounce. And lastly, we're going to close out with palladium. Now, so far, predictions for palladium demand from the automotive industry, which, by the way, is the largest consumer with more than 80% consumption, is likely to decline as cars with gas engines lose market share to electric vehicles. And the increasing use of platinum has partially replaced palladium, believe it or not, and that's also putting a dent in palladium demand. Now, if vehicle demand for internal combustion engines goes down, keeps declining, that could cause palladium demand to fall as well. Now, Heraeus is putting the range for palladium price at $800 to $1,200 per troy ounce. It definitely appears that platinum is overtaking palladium, so pick up palladium at your own risk, folks. All right, there you have it, guys. So let's recap where Heraeus thinks metals will sell in 2025. They're saying gold could sell in the $2,450 to $2,950 range. Silver could sell in the $28 to $40 range. Platinum could sell in the $850 to $1,220 range. And palladium, $800 to $1,200 range per ounce. And here's one for you stackers who love the fringe stuff. Some bonus predictions from Heraeus. Rhodium is going to be in the $4,400 to $5,400 range. And ruthenium will be in the $425 to $575 range per ounce. Now, in looking at these, honestly, I think Heraeus' predictions are pretty well within reason, and they kept their estimates to a pragmatic level and didn't go running off on a tangent with them. Be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know where you guys think these metals are going to hit for price. Did Heraeus nail it, or are they way out in left field, absolutely clueless? You guys know I love going through the comments, so hey, make sure you sound off. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. If you made it this far, well, kudos to you. I'll definitely catch up with you in the next episode. But in the meantime, oh yeah, you know what's up.
What do you want to do with your life?
I want to stack.
Damn right, get stacked. Stay safe and be well, everyone. I am out of here. Peace, folks.
You still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
Oh, yes. And what was that beginning, middle, and end part again?